December 18, 2022, Lusail Stadium, Qatar. Argentina just won the World Cup. Lionel Messi is holding the trophy he's dreamed about his entire life. Players are crying. Families are celebrating on the pitch. And then this guy in sunglasses appears. Salt Bae, the Turkish chef famous for sprinkling salt. He grabs Messi's arm. Twice, Messi visibly tries to escape him. Then Salt Bae does something nobody is allowed to do. He grabs the World Cup trophy, kisses it, does his little salt sprinkle over it, even bites a player's gold medal while it's still hanging around his neck. 18 million people watched the video. FIFA launched an investigation within 4 days. The man who built a $225 million empire on celebrity connections just became the most hated person in football. And honestly, his restaurant started closing faster than you could say overpriced steak. 7 US locations down to 2 in 18 months, £5.4 million in losses. Reserves crashed by 72% in 1 year. So how did a Turkish butcher who dropped out of 6th grade go from internet sensation serving Leonardo DiCaprio to public enemy #1, getting roasted by the entire planet? Let's rewind to 1983. Nusret Gökçe was born August 9, 1983 in a tiny village in eastern Turkey. His dad worked in a coal mine. His mom raised 5 kids. They were dirt poor. Age 11 or 12, he dropped out of school. Not because he wanted to, because his family couldn't afford to keep him there. By 13, he's working as a butcher's apprentice in Istanbul, 7 days a week, no vacations. He spent years learning his craft in silence, watching, practicing. Between 2007 and 2010, he trained on Argentine ranches learning how to age meat. Then he tried to work unpaid in Texas and New York restaurants. His US visa got rejected 9 times before he finally got in. 2010 arrives. He opens his first restaurant in Istanbul. 8 tables, 10 employees, nothing fancy. Just a guy with a dream and a Turkish business partner willing to invest. But Nusret wanted more than a restaurant. He wanted an experience. He wanted to be memorable. So he developed this whole theatrical style of cutting meat, sunglasses, tight white t-shirt, slicked back hair, and that signature move, January 7, 2017. The day that changed absolutely everything. He posts a 36-second video to Instagram. Ottoman steak preparation. He's carving this massive piece of meat with dramatic flair. Then he does it, salt cascading from his fingertips down his forearm onto the steak. What he called blessing the meat. 48 hours later, 2.4 million views. The internet lost its mind. Within 4 weeks, over 10 million views. The hashtag Salt Bae was born the same day. And then Bruno Mars tweeted a screenshot with a picture of the salt sprinkle. That single tweet launched Nusret into the stratosphere. Saturday Night Live did parody sketches. Twitter created an entire Moments page about him. The celebrities started flooding in. Leonardo DiCaprio hit up the Dubai location February 2, 2017. That Instagram photo became instant credibility. DJ Khaled made multiple visits, even put Salt Bae in his music video. David Beckham, Drake, Rihanna, Cristiano Ronaldo, Diego Maradona had a permanent reserve table. Nusret saw his moment and ran with it. New York opened January 18, 2018. London launched September 23, 2021 and made £7 million in its first 14 weeks. At peak, he had 28 to 30 restaurants across Turkey, Dubai, Miami, New York, London, Las Vegas, Dallas, Boston. The menu prices were absolutely insane. Golden tomahawk steak wrapped in 24-karat gold, $1,000 in the US, 630 to 850 pounds in London. In Vegas, they had a giant golden tomahawk for $2,400. A Coke in London cost £9. £9 for a Coke. People paid it though. One bill in Dubai hit $108,500. A London customer dropped £37,000 in one night. 29,000 of that was wine. 4,829 was just the service charge. By 2022, global sales reached $225 million. A Singapore investment firm valued the whole operation at over $1 billion. The guy who couldn't afford 6th grade now owned luxury cars, expensive watches, and lived like a celebrity chef. But here's the problem. Success went straight to his head. Reviews started coming in, and they were brutal. The New York Post called his NYC spot public ripoff #1. Customers complained about overcooked steaks, under-seasoned food, arrogant service, chaotic atmosphere. His London TripAdvisor rating, 2.9 out of 5 stars, ranked 14,912 out of 22,655 London restaurants. People started calling it McDonald's for rich people. The gold leaf added nothing to the flavor. You were just paying for Instagram content. The lawsuits started piling up too. 2019, he paid $230,000 to 4 NYC waiters over tip theft. 2020, $300,000 class action settlement for allegedly skimming 3% from tips. Employees sued for overtime violations, discrimination, harassment. A 2023 Business Insider investigation interviewed 9 former employees. They described a testosterone-saturated culture of fear. Staff were allegedly made to pose as customers outside the London restaurant to make it look busy. Glassdoor ratings sat at 2.6 out of 5 stars. Only 35% would recommend working there. A mass hiring event reportedly attracted 0 applicants. But Nusret didn't care. He was too busy being famous. Too busy taking selfies with celebrities. Too busy believing his own hype. And then came December 18, 2022. Argentina beats France on penalties in what many call the greatest World Cup final ever played. Messi finally has his World Cup. Players are on the field celebrating with families. It's one of the most important moments in football history. Somehow, Salt Bae gets field access. He's wearing FIFA VIP accreditation. He'd been photographed earlier with FIFA president Gianni Infantino. He owns a Nusret in Doha, so he walks onto that field like he belongs there. The videos show everything. He grabs Messi's arm trying to get his attention. Messi ignores him, brushes him off. Salt Bae grabs him again. Messi finally gives him a reluctant handshake just to make him go away. You can see the irritation on Messi's face. Then Salt Bae does the unthinkable. He grabs the World Cup trophy, multiple times, kisses it, does his signature salt sprinkle gesture over it, even makes a TikTok where he slaps the trophy. Here's what nobody talks about though. FIFA has strict rules about the World Cup trophy. Only former World Cup winners and heads of state are allowed to touch it. That's it. Salt Bae violated that sacred rule on camera while 18 million people watched. The backlash was instant and absolutely brutal. Social media exploded. The primary viral video got 18.2 million views and 46,000 likes. It was captioned, "Even Messi knows Salt Bae is a hack." Memes flooded every platform. People calling him attention-seeking, disrespectful, embarrassing. FIFA issued a statement December 22nd. They launched an investigation into how he gained undue access. That same day, between 6 p.m. and 7:15 p.m., Gianni Infantino unfollowed Salt Bae on Instagram. The man who'd been photographed with him earlier just ghosted him publicly. The US Open Cup banned him from their 2023 final. That single tweet reached 17 million accounts and got over 150,000 likes. It became one of US soccer's most engaged tweets ever, and that's when his empire started crumbling. The Salt Bae Burger concept in NYC closed June 2023. Gothamist had called it the worst restaurant in New York. Boston location closed. NYC Meatpacking closed in 2024. Dallas closed January 2025. Local food critics literally celebrated. Las Vegas closed January 2025 after only 3 years. Beverly Hills closed spring 2025. 7 US locations down to 2. Only Miami and NYC Midtown remain. That's a 71% reduction in 18 months. The financial numbers tell the real story. London revenue dropped from £13.6 million in 2022 to £9.3 million in 2023. That's a 31% crash. The 2024 UK accounts show a £5.4 million loss. Reserves collapsed from 8.1 million to 2.3 million. 72% gone in 1 year. His social media became a ghost town. 52 million Instagram followers, but only 0.02% engagement. That means he's getting about 17,000 likes per post. For a 52 million follower account, that's pathetic. Those numbers suggest massive inactive or bot followings. Growth rate is negative 0.27%. He's actually losing followers now. The irony is perfect. The man who built his entire brand on being seen with celebrities got rejected by the biggest celebrity in sports on the biggest stage in the world, and everyone saw it happen in real time. In February 2025, he finally admitted to Arabian Business that it was his mistake. Quote, "Before I didn't know the rules, now I know the rules. If I knew the rules, I would never have touched the World Cup." 2 years too late, today Salt Bae runs about 25 restaurants worldwide, down from 31 at the start of 2024. He's introduced $39 lunch specials. The guy who charged $1,000 for gold-wrapped steak is now doing budget lunch deals. That's what desperation looks like. His London restaurant ranks 14,912 out of 22,655. His Glassdoor rating sits at 2.6 stars. Former employees describe toxic workplaces, $500,000 paid out in settlements, and social media that used to worship him now treats him like a punchline. Salt Bae proved something important. Viral fame without substance is just borrowed time. You can ride the wave. You can charge insane prices. You can take selfies with celebrities. But when you start believing you're bigger than the moment, when you grab that World Cup trophy like you earned it, when you forget that people made you famous and they can just as easily make you irrelevant, that's when it all falls apart. So here's my question. Do you think Salt Bae can ever come back from this? Or is he permanently stuck as the guy who embarrassed himself at the World Cup and charges $1,000 for mediocre steak? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories about internet fame gone wrong, hit that subscribe button. Because this definitely won't be the last time someone mistakes 15 minutes of fame for actual talent.